秋嘅詩其實真係好難揾，我都非常之努力咁揾。咁其實咧秋天咧喺呢一度似乎個意境唔係話咁強烈咧。咁但係好得意喎！其實呢個詩人咧，佢之前寫咗一首詩係關於落雨嘅。sorry， 唔係。
So the reason why she picked this poem is because mainly it is very hard to find poems about autumn. So the main reason why she chose this poem is that poems about autumn is kind of hard to find. So she's got this. Number 2 is autumn. Yeah. 你可以繼續講秋嗰個部分。
係啦，咁佢之前咧係寫咗一首詩咧，係關於佢一路望住個遠景，望咗好多個鐘。咁而喺佢嗰首詩入邊嘅佢咧，好似好超脱咁樣，即係個心咧係好 peace 嘅。咁同呢一首詩嘅佢咧係完全唔同。所以當我讀呢首詩嘅時候咧，嗰個他咧，我覺得佢係寫緊佢自己。
Yeah. So there's another poem by the same author about a persona gazing autumn rain, but then this persona gazed at autumn rain for a lot of hours, but then in the other poem she supposedly chose, the persona of the poem is at peace with himself, and he looks at things at a more remote, distant way, which is very different from this poem, because in this poem there's this another persona he's creating, but then in this poem, this persona is kind of miserable. He feels very sorry for himself, so she chose this poem because it sounds a lot different.
嗰個宣佈一個詩人死亡咧，我覺得佢係講緊即係之前嘅佢嗰個他。咁因為現在佢我唔知係咪俾嗰個嘅秋意所觸動啦，因為佢自己內心即係經歷咗啲乜而有呢個轉變。咁但係我覺得好有趣嘅地方就係佢係一個詩人啦，佢宣佈咗呢個詩人嘅死亡，即係有好可能係嗰個即係詩人自己。但係其實佢係藉住呢首詩，佢係寫緊一首詩，但係佢係宣佈詩人嘅死亡。我覺得喺呢個嘅矛盾上係好有趣。
So now that he talks about, he announces the death of a poet through the action of writing a poem. So he's probably announcing not only the death of a poet, but the past self as a poet. And it is a sense of transformation, can we say that? And then there's this kind of struggle between himself now and himself in the past. Does it make sense?
Wow. That exactly 2 different versions.
So it's interpretations, poetry.
可唔可以再即係你大約15秒講
OK， 係啦，佢好重點咧就係第3段，咁就佢話喺第3、第4段啦。喺筆記入邊咧寫咗幾行啦，就宣佈一個詩人嘅死亡。人們咧將佢悄悄地埋葬。我見到佢深深嘅皺紋，看着秋雨下個不停。有時佢已經看破紅塵。咁我自己對呢首詩嘅理解咧就有2層嘅意思啦。第一咧就係、似乎係詩人自己同另一個嘅自己嘅對話。另一層嘅意思就係、我覺得有個矛盾喺度咧，就係、佢宣佈一個詩人嘅死亡，但係其實佢自己喺度寫緊詩。佢就係而家正在用緊詩嚟到去説話。我會唔會解釋得好清楚？
唔緊要，呢啲係翻譯應該做嘅嘢嚟嘅，我覺得冇啫。Yeah, so he's saying that a poet, this kind of it's like a poet having a dialogue with himself, and then and the other fold of understanding of this poem is that he announced the death of a poet in this poem, but then himself is poet.
Yeah.
So there's this struggle or tension.
Because he's watching the rain in the beginning, and then the poet,
yeah,
he's writing about is watching the rain too, I think. Gazing.
Do we call this the writer's block or not?
the
You know the writer's block
Yeah.
when there was once where this poet had a transcendent state, but then now he was just an ordinary man.
I think it's quite normal to sit there like this when you're a poet, just thinking, why am I doing this? I sit here for hours or months or years, and they build up houses outside, and and I just wrote like a book of poetry, and at the same time, and I'm not sure if it's good. So I think it's normal. Zweifel.
Doubt.
The doubts are quite normal and usual in the life of a poet. I talk to lots of writers, and they all have the same experiences. It's like self-destructive sometimes. You don't have it.